to Urban Debate Young India, an attempt to take the real questions to the ground, to talk to young India, the minds that will lead this country into the future, and find out how they believe this country should be led. Today we're at Mount Carmel College in Bangalore, 6 whole months after the incident on New Year's Eve on MG Road in Bangalore shook the country. We all stopped to ask if this is the Bangalore that people know and love. We all stopped to ask if something had gone horribly wrong, or was this always the case? 6 months have passed since then. We had repeated reassurances from the government of the day that things would change and this country would be, this city would be truly cosmopolitan and safe for women. We're here today in the presence of over 1,000 young women of Bangalore to ask if anything has changed, if the government has done anything to make Bangalore safer. This is also a platform for each of you to come forward and ask your questions about the city and the country that you love. I want to welcome our guest representatives of the government, Mr. Dinesh Gundu Rao, the Police Commissioner of Bangalore, who has taken time out to be here. I think it's amazing that you're being part of this conversation. And members who represent what Bangalore truly is. I welcome all of you to this conversation. I want to start obviously asking Dinesh Gundu Rao this. 6 months is a long time. The government at that time had asked us for 2 weeks. I want to understand what has changed on the ground. What have you done to make us safer? Can you tell all of these women here today that if they were to go to MG Road at midnight tonight, they would be safe?
What happened on the New Year's Eve night was horrific, and we've all condemned that. But at the same time, I think it was a kind of a wake-up call to many. But the government has been working on this, and today I must say that because safety is concerns directly with law and order and policing. So the policing in Bengaluru has definitely improved a lot now, and we have seen adoption of technology and increase of patrol cars and new apps which have been introduced, Suraksha app for women who can access that app.
What does the Suraksha app do?
It's an app, if you are finding anything going wrong, you can immediately press on a button, and the police will immediately know, and they will come to you. So that's one thing. And so a lot of work has taken place on ground on that, and there's huge improvement in the policing. And also at the same time, transportation, like we have the metro and the buses, so CCTV cameras in buses have been installed. More than 1,000 buses are now installed with CCTV cameras. And all the new buses that are coming in will have Wi-Fi on the bus. So, and plus they have these push buttons where, suppose some alarm buttons in the buses.
Yes.
So that's being introduced. And I feel from what happened 6 months ago to today, yes, there's a huge improvement. So there will be incidents, and I'm not saying it's incident free, because this is a huge city and no city in the world will be without incidents. But it's much better than what it was earlier. That's my feeling. I think the girls themselves can express what they feel better.
Raise your hands. How many of you know of the Suraksha app? How many of you have downloaded it on your phones?
That's it.
That's the problem.
See,
That's a problem. That's a problem. Danish will say something about it.
There are reasons for that also.
I'll give the audience
why
a
they don't
minute to
download
get
the
used
app.
to
I
seeing
did.
you
I in fact downloaded the app, sir. But I actually have a question. You know, today if you book an Ola or an Uber, the driver can't reach my house because of geological locations. Usually standing on the neighboring road saying, "Sir, Yelburbek, sir." Does the police do something like that as well, or do they just get to you? I love the app. I love the concept.
No. See.
No, actually, I'm just going to add to what he said. I mean, obviously, you've come up with a concept that's fantastic. We won't know how fantastic it is until everyone in this room has downloaded it and has used it. If only one hand came up, then the problem is that nobody knows about this fantastic app.
Well,
no, they know about it, but they don't.
They do.
Use
They
it.
haven't downloaded it. Why? Download it.
Danish has been instrumental in promoting it, and he knows how much we have promoted in last 2 months, and it's only 2 months old. Suraksha. It's a fantastic app. If you have not downloaded it, please do us a favor by downloading it. Do yourself a favor by downloading it. Every time you download it, it asks you for 2 connecting numbers whom you would like to be informed if you are in distress. It could be your father, mother, it could be your friend, it could be your sister or brother. And if you are in distress, you just press the button. The SMS message goes to those 2 contacts. Listen, I am in distress, please help me. And it also gives your location on the Google Maps, so it's very easy for them to access you. And simultaneously, it sends a message to our control room number 100, and the control room immediately deputes Hoysala to help you in the distress. So that's about the app. There have been about 35,000 downloads in last 2 months. Danish was instrumental in actually promoting it, and many other people have been. I know there are some reservation on your parts to download it. We know it because then your location is known to your friends or even to others.
Just a bit. Actually, that's an interesting question. I'm sure everyone will ask. So let's assume that I've downloaded the app. Is it necessary? My first question is that the 2 phone numbers be people who are residents of the city. Secondly, will those 2 people be able to access my location at any given point of time?
Absolutely.
So mom and dad know that I'm on Brigade Road and I'm not in Mount Carmel College. Okay.
That may be the problem.
Yeah. Which ideally shouldn't be the problem.
Those 2 people are the one whom you hope and expect they would come to your rescue. They should be your closest people. And of course, police is always there, the third one being police. It's a fantastic app. I am honestly appealing to all of you, if you haven't done it, at least give it a try. And give us a feedback if you feel other way around. Give us a feedback.
I think it's a great idea that the police commissioner is here himself asking you to download the app. I'll add to that from Mirror Now we ask you to download the app, but of course none of that will matter until Danish said, do you want to ask them to download the app?
I'll tell you what, I mean, see, being funny, being on social media and all that may seem cool, but I think honestly, the coolest person on this panel is Mr. Sood, because I personally think police people are really cool. And we talk about women's safety and all of that. And, you know, my take on this, I don't want to side, the government or, the people who take care of safety, but if there is an app for you to download, 1 or 2 hands went up. It's for you. It's not for them. It's not like they want to go out there and save you. They have, other things to do. But if you are in trouble, they will come save you. So please download the app, ground floor and first floor.
Faye, I would like to say one thing. Suraksha, as you rightly said, Suraksha app is one of the 20 things which we have done. I mean, starting from January, we all talk about that incident which happened or not happened. I have my own views on that, very, very clear views on that, but I don't want to go into that debate.
I think we might have to.
We have done that debate.
I'm not quite done with that.
We have done with it, and
we will get into that. Yes.
We have agreed to disagree. But the point is, lot of things have been done since then. See, I must accept, and all of you must accept, that women's safety is a big issue in our city, in our state, in our country. It's a big issue. We cannot run away from that. So while we have to make every citizen safer in the cities and states, we have to take special steps to make women safer. And what all we have done? We have added almost 1,000 cameras in the streets of Bangalore since January. They are beaming live into our control rooms. We are having a watch on them, and so many cases, including many high-profile cases, have been detected on the basis of feed from the cameras. We have introduced 272 Hoysalas, which are the emergency response vehicles, and our promise, my promise to citizens, even now openly, is 15 by 15. Every call to 100. I don't know, many of you know that we have a single point of contact with police now, 100. Have you heard about number 100? It got inaugurated. The promise to citizen is that every call to 100 will be picked up in 15 seconds. While I made a promise of 15 seconds, I am saying today we are picking up every call on an average 3 to 4 seconds. And the second promise is that once you have spoken to control room, told that when you are in distress about your location, etc., the emergency response vehicle, that is Hoysala and pink Hoysalas, will reach you on an average 15 minutes. When I gave this promise to the citizens, we were about 29 minutes of average. Today, We are about 18 minutes of average. We are working hard, we are improving every day, and we'll definitely reach about 14 to 15 minutes of average.
Mr. Sood, I have to ask you this question. You did, of course, on your Twitter handle after the 31st of December say that we will, if anyone wants to file a complaint, come forward.
Yes.
Then you went on to say we will take suo motu cognizance, which
Yes.
means that you don't even have to file a complaint.
Yes.
We will look through the CCTV visuals, we will look through all of the media photographs, and we will find these perpetrators.
right.
How many arrests were made, and what is the progress on that case?
In fact, all of you know that in Common, once I made this announcement, one citizen came forward with a video clipping of an actual groping case in Kamanhalli. You must have heard about it. You have all seen that. And the complainant did not come to us. We did not even try to trace the complainant because her privacy is of prime importance to me. It doesn't matter who she is. It doesn't matter whether she wants to give a complaint. We saw the case of groping and we suo motu took the case. We arrested 4 of them, and hats off to that lady. After 1 month, when we were able to create that level of confidence, she said, I will come and recognize them. I will do the identification parade. She did the identification parade, identified each of them, and they continue to be in jail.
What about MG Road?
MG Road, I said I have my own views.
Which
Not
are?
a single complainant came forward, not a single video which showed molestation. The video which you have been showing, ask your correspondents, it was supplied by me in my defense, which was used against us. So let a complainant come. Let a complainant come.
But when you say you will take suo motu action, you mean that you don't need a complainant to come forward?
We don't need a complainant. If we see...
So you found no evidence whatsoever of any sort of wrongdoing on New Year's Eve on MG Road?
Absolutely. We find no evidence, but I said, let us move forward because we have debated enough. Today we are not debating about an incident which happened or not happened. People differ. The only person who says happened is some people in the media, the other people who say they don't happen, it didn't happen. But let's not debate about it. The debate is about security and safety of women, which I said is concern for all of us. It will always remain concern for us.
All right, we have about 1,000 young ladies in this auditorium right now. Raise your hand if you have ever been groped in the city of Bangalore.
Of course. Of course.
Upstairs?
No one can deny.
So let's then set aside what may not have happened on New Year's Eve. Let's then set aside what we think the media may be doing or may not be doing. Let's then focus on what's happening in this room, and this is a small sample of this entire city. Mr. Dinesh Rao, the government came forward, the Home Minister came forward and said in crowded places these things happen. Is that still the view?
No, I don't think the Home Minister said that. He said such incidents do happen. He never said in crowded places it will happen. But these incidents do happen across, not only in Bengaluru, across the world. You go to any city, when you have women or girls, we always tell our girls, don't go to these particular areas, even in New York or London or Milan or wherever. It's not only Bengaluru. The second thing is, you can't hear? And the second thing is that...
No, I don't think, I think they hear you loud and clear, they disagree with you. I don't understand. Why do we tell our daughters, don't go here, don't go there? That's unfair. Daughters should be able to go wherever they want to go.
I think it's great.
This is as much our city as it is anybody else's. There should be no part of this city that is off limits to me.
I'll give an example for it. Now, I'm being practical. It's nice to be... I think it's nice to be... Let me just finish it off.
No, let her finish.
I think it's nice to be idealistic and say, yes, we need a perfect society. We need people who will not do these things. We need the police when things go wrong to come and take action. I have 2 daughters. Both my daughters are finished. One is almost finishing a graduation. I would never have sent my daughter to MG Road 12 o'clock in the night on New Year's Eve.
I think that's the problem.
I would never have sent. I'll tell you why.
That's the problem.
I'll tell you why.
I think that's the problem. You should be making MG Road safe for your daughter at 12 o'clock at night.
We'll make it safe.
And I want to come back. I want to come back to the fact that this was my question to you when I started the show. My question was, can you tell these girls that after this show they can go to MG Road and they will not be groped?
I'm telling you, once these girls become mothers and when they have their own daughter, and if the daughter says, let me finish. I know you are very reactive.
No,
on New Year's, I'm saying on your New Year's Eve, MG Road is the last place
Mr.
you want your girl to be.
Please,
It's
I'll
filled
tell you
with
what.
men.
When these,
They are drunk.
One second. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Mr. Gunnerab, please stop. When these girls
I
grow
don't-
up and
that's
become
the
mothers,
reality.
they will teach their sons not to grow.
That is
They will teach their daughters that they can go wherever they want to go. They will hopefully run governments that will make cities safer
They
for
agree
women.
with you.
They will run for elections.
But let's teach
And
our
we
sons.
will not have to have these conversations. No.
Let's teach our sons, agree with you. But at the same time, you need to be careful. You need to take
I
precautions.
refuse to accept that.
You need to be able to address it. Where are you sending? Suppose if they're going out in the
Are you
night
telling your
to a
sons to be
place, it's
careful?
fine.
No, are you
it's
telling your
fine.
sons to be careful?
Excuse me.
I'm talking
Excuse
about the
me.
New Year's Eve incident.
Excuse me.
Because
You just denied the New Year's Eve incident. You said it never happened.
I'm just saying, in a mainly, I didn't deny it, the commissioner denied. And what I'm saying is,
You're disagreeing. You're saying
I'm
it happened. He's saying it
they
doesn't
may have
happen. I
been
think we might
groping
have a
in that.
problem
They
here.
may have been groping in that. The groping incident may have taken place. There was no complainant. But what I'm trying to say is, I'm trying to come down to the reality. It's very nice to say about yes, the men should stand up. We should teach our boys to be not to be chauvinistic
sorry.
or not to be. But they do exist. Those men do exist. Those boys do exist. So let's try and change them.
so
But at the
if
same
I
time,
just have
we
to-
need to be
if I have
careful
to
about
add-
Okay.
where
Let's
we
do
are,
it.
what time we are in. Like suppose even in my daughter studying in Milan, there are certain neighborhoods where she doesn't enter because it's unsafe. It's not a good place to go.
So I think
So that's the way it is.
All right, okay.
I think there's a very different,
So that's
Different,
good to be
perspective.
idealistic, but let's talk about the ground realities.
Mr. Gandura, let me point out to you that molestation and groping is illegal, as is murder. You can be murdered anywhere. Now, you would never leave the house if you thought that if I went out into
No,
the
you're
street,
taking
someone
extreme
would...
stand now. I'm not saying
law and
don't
order
leave
is
the
law and
house.
order. Law
I'm
and order
saying
is
go
law and
out,
order.
but go to places where you think it's a bit safe.
Which place is safe? Can
Many
you
places
designate?
are safe.
Can you designate for us? Can you tell us
you know,
specifically this
if I may
case?
add-
Let's just open it up to this side
if
of the panel. Yeah.
I think
I'm trying to come down to the actual problem. You know,
Okay,
you
okay,
want to
let's-
say that
let's
look,
just-
there's no
let's just hear-
problem,
let's
then
hear
it's
the-
fine.
let's
There's
hear
no,
the rebut of the
no need of a
debate.
I think
debate there.
I think one of the biggest problems is very evidently available on this very stage. The government.
I'm not the government, I
implementation-
represent the party.
Correct, sir. You're not,
Which
sir.
runs the government,
I'm just
to
saying,
be
you know, I'm
fair.
just saying, the politicians and the people who put
Yeah,
the system in place are on one side.
No.
The
No, no,
citizens
no,
are on
no, no,
another.
no.
No, hear me out.
We're not
hear me
taking
out.
stands
Gentlemen,
here.
gentlemen, let me finish.
No,
Let me finish.
I'm
Let
sorry.
me finish.
Let
Let me
him finish.
finish.
I was
Let him
speaking
finish.
also as
I
a
know.
parent.
Arey Baba, give me a
Also as
chance
a
now.
father.
Arey Baba, let me finish.
We have our own views.
Sir, let me finish.
I'm not speaking as a politician here.
Sir, here, let me finish.
I think, okay, one
I
second, one
wasn't, I
second.
wasn't speaking as a politician
Gentlemen,
here.
gentlemen,
Sir.
I think we have a problem here.
Correct, sir.
That we're
Correct.
talking about
Sir,
women's
allow me one
safety.
second, sir.
And the
At
men
least
are
this is
talking
what
over each other.
I'm saying. Sir, hear
One
me out,
second.
no?
Let's
The
just
general,
hear him
hear
out.
me out, hear me out.
Let him hear me out.
The general perception is that, right? Now, there are two things, guys. Now, hear me out, and after that, you can react in the way you want, right? One, for example, rape is a huge crime that everybody is aware about, right? It happens. Forget that. You're talking about women being molested. I was on Commercial Street the other day when someone spanked me. It's a different feeling. I went back home thinking, damn, I might really be sexy, but I'm saying, you know, it really happened. I'm not just saying this. That's one. On Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, ask all these girls over here if at some point you've received a lewd message from a guy. Yes or no? Right? I'm just hitting the reality of it. Why I'm saying that is because, see, and this is my only take from what Sir just said, right? He spoke about safe places. I personally don't think any place is safe because human beings, let me finish, because human beings are everywhere. And all these things that we're talking about, it's a human behavioral problem. It is not. Okay, when you see what Sir just said, like both of them just said, systems can be provided. The only request as a citizen that I can make to the police or to the government is, hey, give us the system, give us the safety measures without cutting corners, without pocketing money.
Yes.
One.
I agree.
Second thing
Yeah,
is,
let him finish.
let me finish. That's one request. But when Sir, for example, spoke about MG Road, for example, I have been born and brought up in this city. MG Road on a New Year's night. Not from today, Faye. My mother's been saying it for zamana, saying, listen,
We
don't
owe it
go
to
to
your mother
MG
to
Road.
fix the
Because you
problem.
don't know which idiot is walking around where.
That's the
So
point
if
I was
I
trying
may,
to
if
make.
I may, if I may just, gentlemen, if I may, if you allow the reaction, I will give the reaction.
So I
on
think you
behalf
should
of
ask
the
her
women.
because she's been
Mr.
out of the whole debate.
I am going to bring them in. My question here is simply this. Instead of the government saying women should be careful, women should not go to places. Let me finish, please. Women should not go to places which have creeps in them. I love the fact.
Well, how do you know where the creeps are? They creep
You
could be in
can
Lal Bagh
start
also, yeah.
by allowing a woman to finish a sentence.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Faye. I'm sorry.
I would prefer if the government would say, yes, download our app, which you did, I appreciate that. I would prefer if the government would say, we didn't get any complaints from MG Road on the 31st of Jan. Please come complain. Please come to us. We will give you a safe place where you can come and identify these people. This is a crime.
Yes.
If someone gropes you, it is wrong.
Yeah.
It's
wrong.
a crime.
It's
Come
as
to
serious
us.
as rape.
The police
It's
will
as
take
serious as
care of
rape.
you. They will file your complaint. They will not embarrass you. They will not call your parents if you don't want them to call your parents. They will catch the culprit and they will force action. That will make MG Road safe because the creeps will realize that people are filing
Then
complaints.
we're looking at a massive reform, right? Then we're looking at it. Now, for
but
example,
it has to
social
come from
media.
what we say to these
But-
young
but
ladies.
Faye-
But Faye,
It
on
will
social
not come if
media-
we tell them not to go to MG Road.
You know,
No, but
on
Faye-
social
no, no, Faye,
They will be sitting here
reading it
40
wrong.
years from now saying
Faye,
my
you're reading
mother
it
said
totally
MG
wrong.
Road was unsafe.
True. No.
I'm sorry, you're reading it totally wrong.
I want to add
I am.
something.
I'm sorry.
I want to clarify.
I
Okay,
think so.
may
We should
I,
let the
may,
women
I,
also
may,
speak.
may I please bring in the
Yeah,
young lady?
I-
and
Yeah,
then
get
I'll
the
come
women
back
in,
to
yeah,
you.
it's about them.
Say
Before-
something.
before
Get the women
I
in.
end
I
this girl,
I think
Let's
we need to
bring
bring
in the
her
young
in.
lady and I'll come back to
I think
you.
that's-
Go ahead. Do you think it's safe? Do you think
Paper.
things have improved since January? Go ahead.
Also, sir, I'm so sorry, but I just had to clear up one thing. The fact that this happens in other countries doesn't justify that it's also happening.
I'm not saying it's justifying. I'm not justifying.
Yeah.
That's the reality I'm saying.
Reality.
That's the ground reality.
I also want to say that the term eve teasing in itself
Yeah.
is wrong because it's normalizing sexual harassment. And in fact, just yesterday, while I was walking in Malleshwaram, a man wolf whistled. And I walked ahead, I didn't bother to look back. But while coming back home, I was actually considering taking another route because I was actually worried. And the thing is that I was wearing a salwar kameez, it was 5 o'clock, so it was bright outside, and it was a crowded road. So this proves that it doesn't matter what you wear, where you are, what
It
time.
can happen.
No, what you're saying is, I agree with you 100%. Our society is misogynistic. We are chauvinistic. We do look, men do tend to feel that we own the women, we can do what we want. That's a cultural, societal problem. Now, we are discussing that, and that's a huge issue which needs to be transformed, not over a day's period, but constant effort, constant education,
it's
constant
education and
reform. That's the way to go forward.
Mr. Suvee wants to say
Now,
something.
that's I agree with you.
I want to object to one thing. Look at the way we are seated. Government on one side and citizen on other side.
But that was largely done because of the mics were numbered that way.
To begin with, you are trying to create that it's a problem
Yeah.
between
Divide.
me and you.
A divide.
It's not a problem
It's our
between me and
problem.
you. I would categorically say, what you wear, where you go, does not matter. I would take the other step. Every place is as unsafe as any other place, but I would say everyone should, whether boys or girls, men or women, grandfather, grandmother, everyone should take due precautions when you go anywhere out. Having said that, let's not make it a event specific or place specific. I'm categorically saying it's nothing to do with dress. And somebody said about rape. Even a groping can be such a
Traumatic.
traumatic experience. But I want people to come forward. Somebody asked me, oh, your crime figures are increasing in molestation. I said, I'm very glad about it.
More people
Today, last year it was 200, today is 400. I would like it to go to 1000. Why? See, I am a student of science. If you want to solve a problem, first you should accept the problem.
True.
You should accept that the harassment of women is a problem. We should accept, no one can deny that. If you want to, second step is you should measure it. If you don't register cases, if you don't come forward, or you come forward and police keeps working the cases,
But I
we are
think,
never
but
going
one
to
comment, the Commissioner, I think many people feel to go to the police itself is like
Yes.
Should I go there or not? Will they treat me well?
Yes.
Will they talk to me well?
That is there.
They are rude.
So I just-
there
I
is an
just
issue
wanna bring
also
Geeta
of
Menon
going
and
to
then
a
I'll come
police or a
back.
police
Yeah, Geeta
station.
Menon, go ahead.
So that's part of another reform.
I think there was a lot of talk about ground reality, and while talking about ground reality, we narrate examples from Milan and outside. But the ground reality in India and the ground reality for all of us is the fact that it's the perceptions that are working on the ground that really cause us to be unsafe. It is not the place, it is not where we go, it is not for anyone to decide where girls should be at what time. It is not, it is for girls and for boys both to decide, and for general society to develop the kind of perception that no matter what, respect is essential. No matter what, it is important to bring about this respect in our day-to-day outlook. It is not just at a time of an audience like this, at a seminar, but it is also at the time of our day-to-day life. Second aspect here, just 1 minute, because you were talking about this whole issue of women don't complain. I mean, we should come out and complain. Yes, I agree. Many more of us should come out and complain. We should make the police life miserable.
Yes.
Because as of now, I have practical experience. My girl who has been raped when she was 16, and it has taken 4.5 years with this case, and I have a question from her to all of you, and this is a question I'm handling with every day. She was raped by uncle. She was forced into marriage with him, and then after being raped by him, she was forced into marriage by him, and then she was thrown out on the road after 2 years in the middle of the night. He already had got married to another woman, and we took this matter up. Let me tell you, it is not easy. A girl, if she has to come out and complain, the society's perception is that on the victim, as always, is that she must have done something wrong. Up to the gynecologist, up to the legal profession, even to the police station, this was the common attitude running through, that she as the victim is being re-victimized again and again. She must have done something wrong. The lawyer is telling her, why don't you get married to that man? He's willing to marry you. The gynecologist is saying, you had an abortion because you want to get pregnant again. You want to get raped again. This is the perception that is running through all of us, through many of us. So when this girl, after this girl came for counseling, we took her into a shelter, we gave her counseling, we brought her out of that depression. It's a huge thing, it's a huge trauma, if any of us know what it is. And this isolation, this helplessness that you feel, we took her out of that. She became bold enough to say that she will become a police officer one day and take care of these children. The very next day, she was molested on the streets and she went down again. She's gone down again into depression. I'm asking the police, I'm asking the judicial system, I'm asking the courts, what is the reason for this delay in solving this crime? It's a POXO under POXO crime. And 4.5 years it has taken. What has it cost that girl? What has it cost us? Because that girl continuously asks us, why did I go and complain? So when you say make a complaint, it is not easy. We have had enough of complaints registered. FIR is not being registered very easily. The women are being told, the traffickers are being made to sit with the woman who has complained. And there are all these anomalies happening whereby after you make a complaint, it is not hunky-dory. After you make a complaint,
let me just
let
go
me
ahead.
react
Yeah,
to it.
please.
Firstly, you have said what I have been seeing. You already said that it's a societal problem. It's not only police, lawyer, gynecologist, the person next to you. It's a societal problem and no one can deny it. Second thing, Faye, also, another thing which came up is, we all feel home is the safest place. That's what we feel. MG Road is unsafe, this is unsafe, Kamanali is unsafe, but home is the safest place. But do you know that 90% of the rapes, molestations, gropings happen within 4 walls of the home?
Yes.
Where is police there?
Yeah.
What is the role of police? So it's a societal problem. Each of us is a part of the problem, and each of us have to become a part of solution. Now you raise some very valid point. Filing a FIR is not easy. I agree. The torture after FIR is not easy. I agree with that. But what is the solution? We have to go through this pain. Things are changing. 10 years back, no woman would come to police station. Today, women are coming up, not even walking to police station. They are loading it on Facebook, they are loading in Twitter, and we take that also as a complaint. So things are changing. And for changing the thing, changing the huge societal stereotypes, we have to walk the, we have to cross the barrier.
So actually I have this one very simple question for you.
Yeah.
I think the events like this will help us change the way people
Yeah.
think. I want you to help these young ladies understand
Yes.
that if they face even the slightest form of harassment,
Yes.
what is being called eve teasing, groping, molesting, and they walk into a police station, what should they expect from the police station? And if that policeman does not take their complaint, can they go to one higher?
Absolutely.
Can they go to any police station? Can they call you? Who should they call?
Yes, I'll tell you if you will. See, we introduced 272 Hoysalas. You all know that. Then we introduced pink Hoysalas.
Yeah.
Now, what is pink Hoysala? The only difference in pink Hoysala is that there is a lady officer a part of Hoysala. Because we accept there is large number of women victims who may have difficulty in approaching a police station, who may hesitate to talk about it. So they can always walk across to pink Hoysala and tell the woman officer, listen, this has happened to me, because women would be more sensitive towards it. Now I object to it. The woman being sensitive to women's problem is a sorry state of affairs. Men should be more sensitive.
Yes.
But then that is the reality. So we introduced pink Hoysala. You can go to police station. You can send us through Facebook. You can approach us through Twitter. We will get back to you. You can approach us through Suraksha. We will get back to you. And if you are not satisfied I am not saying that 100% of the time the response of men in the police station is good. It may not be good. Please approach the higher authority. There is a ACP, there is a DCP, there is a commissioner. Please approach us. But don't just sit back and accept it. As long as we keep accepting it, the problem is not going to be solved.
Understand. If I walk into a police station today,
Yes.
saying I want to file a complaint because I was groped,
Yes.
that policeman has to write down my complaint.
Yes. No, he
has
should
to-
not write. We insist on you writing it.
Okay.
So that
But
you can write what your heart
They
says.
insist that the complaint be written in Kannada when the person might not understand
No,
Kannada.
no.
What has happened in the
See,
what
that's a
happens in that
history.
case?
Yes, this was a problem. Earlier, we used to write complaint, and many of you would not know Kannada, or many of you would not know English. Either way, it depends on the strata of society where you are coming from. Now we insist, let the victim herself write the complaint, so that it is authentic. Tomorrow there is no allegation that we burk the crime, we minimize the crime, but we are very happy.
Are we
are
entitled to a
registering.
copy of the complaint?
Of course you have
We
to
should
get
take a
it. It's a
copy of
matter of right. You will get an FIR, and we have something called Sakala. Within half an hour you have to get FIR, and now more and more FIRs are online. You can anyway get it.
And we can, if that person refuses to file our FIR, go to the officer higher than him.
Go to an officer higher than that, approach NUM 100, use Suraksha app, control room people will get, control room which works under the commissioner, it will get back to you. So there are grievance redressal system. The system still may not be perfect, but there is some system which is improving day by day.
So I'd also like to say that one of the reasons why women hesitate to approach a policeman or file a complaint is in fear of being harassed and questioned. And so what can be done to change that perception? I mean, isn't it high time that the police is sensitized?
I'm very thankful to you. You mentioned the word perception. Now, perceptions are not always reality. Perceptions are not always based on facts. So, perceptions are by others' experience. I will give you an example. Out of 100, 10 people have first-hand experience with police. Out of that, 5 people may have negative experience. But all other 90 will capture that 5 people's experience and generalize it and make an perception. So, perceptions are negative, but realities may not be all that negative. So, you must go out, and I always tell people, I tell principals, I tell school owners, please bring the students to police stations when they are not in distress, because we always go to police station when there is a distress. In distress, everything looks wrong, everything looks bad. Please visit police stations when nothing is wrong, when you are not in distress, in good times, and then the perceptions change. The more we interact, the more perceptions become positive.
In the theme of interacting, I want to open this up for audience questions. There are mics. There are volunteers who have mics. If you have a question for anybody on the panel, please raise your hand so we can see you.
So I'm Cassandra. My question is for Mr. Gundarao. How, as a woman, am I supposed to trust a government who puts the onus on me to not get raped?
But to be fair, I don't think that's what he said. But
No,
if you want to answer that.
I never said that. I think one is the societal issue is there, but at the same time there are realities. But ultimately, I think it's each one has to be aware of their own responsibilities. And when some things go wrong, like what the commission is saying, I think it's yes, we want the men to change, the attitudes to change, all that. But I think now the time has come for women not to take things lying down. Things go wrong, come out openly, talk about it, express it. Any issue is there, make a complaint. Because unless you raise your voice and start raising your voices very firmly, that's when I think the things also will start changing from the other side. So there's no perfect ideal world that we live in. It's everyone's responsibility. Government, yes, they have to look after, they have to have good policing, good law and order. And I must appreciate what the commissioner is saying, and I've gone and seen myself. We have the state-of-the-art control room today in Bengaluru. Today, I think we'll see in the next few months, the policing has really improved. Any call you make, the police officer talks to you nicely now. You try and please try out, make a call to the police and see how he speaks to you. He will ask your name, he'll ask your address, any complaint is there. So the response time is improving, policing is improving, all that will happen on one side. But at the same time, the women, raise your voices, be fearless, be bold, talk about things, let it all come out in the open. And I think the time to hesitate is over. The time to talk out is has started.
You know, I just want to ask Danish this question as well. I think the other thing that we must do, everyone in this audience, if you promise me one thing, if you have a friend who doesn't know the information you received today, or if you have a friend who needs to file a complaint, you should stand with that person and say, I will come with you.
Yes.
I was at an event where the Commissioner of Police said, come to the police station. I will come with you. There's nothing to fear. We have to stand with each other.
I completely agree. You know, it's like the entertainment industry. The general perception with parents is, oh, okay, entertainment industry, he's either gay or he'll, you know, casting couch or, you know, you need to be producers. Perception. The point is only when you're in there, you realize that, you know, not everybody in the system is bad. I'm not saying that, you know, you might go to a police station even after this conversation and find a wrong person, but
report him.
It may happen.
Exactly, but the point is there is like you know, you asked sir that question about, you know, how does the government take care? I think it just sort of reiterates, right? What did sir say? There are so many problems that happen at homes. Now the police can't be everywhere. To give you credit to what you said in the beginning, or to rephrase it, I think as human beings, today as a human being, whether it's a guy, like I tell my sister, I tell my mom, like I'd never let my sister take a cab in the night. Never. I'm just scared because I love my sister too much. And I'm like, listen, you got to take care. At the end of the day, systems can be there, governments can come, governments can go. Today there's Congress, tomorrow there's BJP, then there's JDS. But if somebody has to do something wrong, he will do something wrong. He will do it. So you just have to have that little bit
There has to be there has to be fear of getting caught.
There will be fear of getting.
There has to be fear of getting prosecuted.
All the systems. You know, today's safety of women.
Danish, what is the rate of conviction?
No, that's what I'm saying.
In rapes in our country, do you know that the rate of conviction across the board, across all our states, are less than 20%, which 1 in 4 cases actually reach conviction. People get off
and time taken to get the conviction.
By the
even in Nirbhaya case, when the whole country was dying.
No, but by the virtue of safety that we look at for women, it is clearly reduced to a purse. First there was pepper spray. So say somebody comes to attack me, I have to tell him, hang on bhaiya, 1 second, no? Bag, pepper spray. Today it's become, hang on bhaiya, 1 second, mobile phone, 1 second, password, unlock, okay, now face recognition, then Suraksha app. I'm saying that you can use all the systems in place. You could, like for example, a place like MG Road. I'm sorry, I know you probably don't want to talk about it, but I'm saying MG Road. Guys, I'm being honest, all right? If something has to happen around a place where I'm there, I would do what it takes to go out there and save someone. Even if it means I have to get beaten up in the middle or get cut, I would do it. Because I genuinely care. No, don't clap. It's not about clapping. There are several citizens in every city like me. But imagine on that night, if I had to be there, screw that. It's such a big lane. Say Mr. Sood had to be there, Mr. Gundarao had to be there. If there was still that something had to happen, it would have happened. You know why? Because it's not.
Because those men would have felt that they would have
no,
never
They would have
gotten
done
caught.
it. It's a human behavior.
But there is another issue, Faye, if I can intervene.
Am I right? So, I mean,
Okay,
it's
I
a
just
human
want
behavioral
to point
problem.
out something. I went to this college. Mrs. Das, I apologize. While I was in the college, I spent a lot of time
Outside the college?
Outside the college. That's how you become a
Okay.
journalist, guys. Yeah.
There are auto drivers, I don't know if it's still that way, who at 2 o'clock in the afternoon will flash you outside this college.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure.
There are people who will grope you on Brigade Road and MG Road at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It is not about the time of day. It is not about.
It's
so
not
if you're
about the
telling
time
me
of
day.
that the
Take responsibility
responsibility
for
of
yourself
safety
to an
is on me,
extent.
so you're saying don't go outside.
I'm not saying
No.
don't go out. Go
Don't
out.
take an auto.
No, I think you're taking
No,
extreme
Faye.
point, Faye.
No, I want to understand.
No one
whose
is saying that.
responsibility
No one is-
is.
no
Nobody
one
is saying
saying
none of us is saying that.
See,
Nobody's saying that.
see, notice the
You
fact.
take
It's like me entering.
Notice,
It's
notice the
like
fact,
going
notice
to.
the fact that each of you is using the word responsibility. So the responsibility, either you're saying
Say my-
that if I got
my
groped, it
children-
was because I was irresponsible,
No.
or you're saying the
No,
responsibility
no, no,
for
no,
the
no,
safety.
no. No one said. You're reading
Nobody
it wrong.
said
No
that.
one said.
Nobody
No,
said
Faye,
that.
okay, let me
No one
explain
What did I
this.
say? I said, my children go out in the nights, my children go out with their friends, they come back, but I always have a check where they're going, which place, what kind of a place. If I feel the place is a bit unsafe, I'll say, don't go there. It's a bit unsafe, that place. Why do you want to go there? That's the kind of suggestion I would give her. In spite of that, if she wants to go there, that's up to her.
I'll give an
there's certain
example. It's like
element of
precaution. When I was
taking
growing
some
up,
precaution.
Sir, when I was growing
That's all.
up, my parents
Not
told
that
me, like
you
my
shouldn't
mom
go
told
out
me
or
this.
shouldn't be out.
She said, don't discuss politics, don't discuss religion at a bar. She said, don't do that. Today, everybody is discussing politics and religion in open, on social media, here, there, right? Where I'm coming from is, you can only take that much from the government, from your parents, from whoever. At the end of the day, when we say responsibility, I'm not saying, hey, listen, tomorrow if somebody comes to attack you, sort your own shit out. I'm saying, be aware of what is happening around you. If you think, for example, Faye, I'll give you an example, all right? You might disagree, but I'm saying, how much can the government do if it's a human behavioral problem?
I just want to add
How much can they do?
No, this is very serious. Because
How much,
the whole issue
my
of
answer to that is how much
responsibility.
sex education, how much.
Then do all that.
The whole
Exactly
issue
what
in
I'm
schools.
saying.
What are
I'm
we
with
teaching
you.
the
whole issue
What
of
are
I
we
spoke
teaching
about
the
sex
kids?
education right at the beginning. Then implement it. Look at
I don't want to get, I don't want to get, I don't want to get
Control.
derailed from what we're talking about. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Trisha, and I want to say two things. First, like you said, your mom told you that don't go to MG Road. I think every girl sitting here, we want to be the first generation, not maybe earlier, who knows, but we want to be the generation who tells our daughters, go out, it's okay, it's fine, because you can. Yeah, so it's okay, right? Secondly, just a question. We're talking so much about women empowerment. We're talking so much about what we're doing here, what is going on right now. We have abhiyans, we have efforts, we have so many things to do with women empowerment. I'm a woman, I am empowered. There, I said it. So my question is, why aren't we dealing with the other side, which is how are we going to sensitize men?
Let me come back. I consider groping as more traumatic than anything else. And most of the groping happens in public transport and public places. It doesn't happen in, it may happen in a very dark area also, but it happens in public transport. It happens in trains, it happens in buses. Who are the people around you? There's no policeman around you, but there are people. There are somebody's brothers, fathers, sons around you. And how many people intervene? So this is the issue, We should not only advise women or ladies or girls or daughters, we should actually train our boys how to behave.
Let me just bring it, Mr. Gundrao, how much education is happening in schools? How much have we changed really? Because the education department of the government, the state government, has the ability to include this into syllabus, to start conversations about, about how people should respect each other. What is a crime, what is not?
I do not know to what extent sex education is part of the syllabus, because again, it's not there in the government schools. Most schools are not accepted it because they feel it is not correct to speak about it or talk to children about it.
It's so okay biologically. It's not okay sexually.
Yeah, so there's a big issue about that. See, one thing what she was saying, just one comment on that is that, now don't expect the men to change. No, just hold on. I'm saying don't wait or expect the men to change. You bring about the change.
Again the onus is on us. Again the onus is on us.
No, I'm not
honestly, I don't think we give our men enough credit.
No, wait, I'm just trying to say.
Mr. Gundrao, we don't give men enough credit. I think that's
I'm just
unfair.
saying there are many good men, there are many bad men, there are many good women, there are many bad women.
No, I'm sorry, the issues of masculinity and femininity that have been spread so far and so deep,
I haven't finished
the
what I said.
stereotaires are continuing.
No, I didn't finish what I said. I said that things, when it goes wrong, you need to speak out.
Yeah,
don't be scared, don't be afraid.
Speak.
Put the onus on the man to change. You say, if you don't change, we're going to haul you up. We're going to
Okay, let's take that. Okay, I just want to speed this up so we can get more voices in. Let's take that question. Go ahead.
Sir, if you want to talk about change, this is mansplaining right there. Why not begin now?
Explaining the problem, which is a man explaining to women what the problem really is.
No, I'm not trying to say anything. I'm just saying.
You definitely are, sir.
I'm saying
this
that.
This is the woman.
Okay, don't heckle.
Society is, if you go into the rural areas, it's a different mindset. We go into urban areas in many parts of Bangalore, it's a different mindset. You go into the lower societies because India is not just a homogeneous country. It's a heterogeneous from the lower classes, different mindsets, different backgrounds, and they think differently. But so you can't be waiting for the men to change for safety for yours to improve. You have to start initiating your own action. You got to speak out. You got to support each other, and the men will come with you. Many men will come with you. Many people will support you.
One of the things that we will change is
many will support
we will go ahead and complain.
We're all with you.
Okay, go ahead.
But don't hesitate to speak out. Don't hesitate to come out and make a complaint. Take action when things go wrong.
Okay,
that's what we want.
Let me just allow that young lady to ask her question. The one who has the mic. Go ahead. Yeah, you can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. So I have a question. For whatever reason, if our complaint to the police is not registered, and I don't have access to social media because not everybody, not all strata of society have it, and it is kind of intimidating approaching the higher officers. What should be done if, for whatever reason, the complaint is not registered or taken down?
You have yourself ruled out all possible options. Go to police station. I'll repeat once again. Go to police station. If you are not heard, go to higher authority. If you are not heard, use social media. If you are not heard, use a phone.
Is the higher authority intimidating?
We have tried all this, sir. There are a few officials, higher authorities like you, who would respond. But by and large, I've had the former police commissioner also responding in a way which was not comfortable at all.
But I will tell you one thing.
This response is not always equal across.
So let's take it now with the fact that we have this police commissioner who's telling us that he will personally respond and they get in touch with you.
Of course they can. There are so many ways of getting in touch with you, and that's what I am talking about the ease of complaining. We are saying you need not physically come. You have all the technology with you. You have apps, you have this thing. Now, if you don't have technology, which everyone may not have, then the other option is you have to physically come. I mean, I can't think of a third option.
And I think that it's fantastic that we have the police commissioner of the city sitting here saying, if nothing else works, then just get in touch with me.
I'll give an example. They'd issued something, the police had put something out about narcotics and ganja. There was a guy who actually wrote back on imagine how stupid, people are today around us. Somebody actually wrote on the police Twitter handle, hey, it looks like you guys are the real peddlers in town. I'm saying, why I'm bringing it up is because all the stupid people exist.
About what people say on social media. It puts a lot of really dumb people on speakerphone. Unfortunately, we can hear their thoughts. I want to focus on, there's a young lady there with a question. Go ahead.
Yes, this question is for Gundu Rao and Mr. Sood. First and foremost, I understand this discussion is solely based on safety for women in Bangalore. And I'd like to ask you a question regarding things that are kept on the sidelines. Yes, the number of incidents against women differs drastically with incidents against men. But an incident is an incident. And at most times, people consider such things happening to men to be funny. For example, when Mr. Danish said he was spanked in Commerce City, it's not funny, it's a serious issue. And men are equally hesitant and equally traumatized as compared to women. I would like to know I'd like to know about steps you will take regarding this issue, or if you will take any steps at all.
Well, for us, everyone is same. Only thing, we are extra sensitive about women because of the historical reasons.
But the laws are gender agnostic. The laws, if a man can complain as well, a man should.
A man can complain as well. That's why.
Men are not allowed to complain. The law specifically states that. only women's complaints are taken.
That is only specifically pertaining to harassment, dowry harassment,
cyber.
harassment within a family, marital harassment. Yes, there are advantages to the women. But as far as other complaints are concerned, legally both of them are equal to us.
No, but legally the women have got more rights today than the man has got. To go to the police station, to use the laws, you have much more powerful laws today. Make use of those laws, make use of those...
Okay, don't heckle, don't heckle. Whoever has the mic.
There's somebody right at the top.
Whoever has the mic, go ahead.
My name is Elizabeth. I'm faculty here. We're going on talking about sensitizing the men folk. All right? Now, if you go to a country like Singapore, the same people or people from all over the world are there, either working, studying. I could go in the middle of the night without having to look over my shoulder to see if somebody is following me or if we're going to have some kind of a problem or not. Why is that not happening in a country like ours? It's not just sensitizing. The law has to be really tough if we need to punish. If the law is really harsh, I don't think they'll think 10 times before thinking in terms of groping a woman or following her or being a stalker.
I can't disagree with you.
I think that particular issue does not happen here. It's not just the laws. You know, the laws can be tougher and tougher, but we are in a very culturally based, in a very casteist thinking society where this whole patriarchal model is superimposed in all our minds. And therefore, it doesn't allow us to go outside that.
We can keep complaining, and I keep saying this, we can keep complaining that this is how our society thinks, because society is this entity that will take many, many years to fix. Our society, one second, madam, our society thought that sati was the good thing at one point. Our society thought child marriage was a good thing at one point. The law changed it. If the law is clear, if the law is clear about what is right or wrong, if the police and the law and order system is clear about punishing people who break the law, things will change. It has to start from enforcing the law and doing it every day. I'm going to take one more question and then we're going to wrap this up. There is a young lady over there with the mic. You go ahead very quickly.
My question is to Mr. Sood. You were talking about the Suraksha app, and there's one more facility that you've provided, that's your WhatsApp number. But as Danish said that the problems won't tell us in prior that they're going to happen to us. So, God forbid, I'm in a problem. If I'm to be raped or something, God forbid.
No, God forbid.
God forbid.
Don't make it
so I'll have to take my phone out and then put in my password, and then I'll have to press that button or take out my phone, search for your number, and then WhatsApp you. So don't you think that it's...
Could you think of, suppose you put yourself in my shoes, and could you suggest something better? After all, I want suggestions from you. In a lonely place, you are likely, you feel that you are about to be assaulted, sexually or physically. What else would you like to do?
For the lady who said you do have a solution, come forward out here so we can get you a mic and we can see you. In the meantime, ask your question.
Sir? Mr. Police Commissioner, sir, I have a question for you right here. What is the police doing for trans women?
Yeah, see, they are as respectable citizen of the country as men and women.
Let's all stay on point to what we're talking about. Just to reiterate, we're 6 months since MG Road's New Year's Eve incident. We're talking about what has been done to make the city safer. We have to wrap up this discussion right now. I am going to take... My God, calm down. Everybody take a breath. Everybody take a breath. Breathe in. It's International Yoga Day. Breathe out. There is a young lady with a solution. We are going to listen to her solution, after which we will wrap this up. Go ahead.
My solution is no rocket science. It's just that I ask you, because you are the people who make the system, to give us the right to reciprocate the attack in any form if we see a prospective attacker. Because there is convenience. You have solved a lot of problem in the process of complaining, but a woman will complain only after she has been attacked. While she is being attacked, or while she thinks she is going to be attacked, we need to be given the right to reciprocate.
You have that right.
You have. That's
we should.
Okay.
We have that right.
I want to tell all of you. I want to tell all of you. when you are being physically or sexually likely to be assaulted, law gives you full right to retaliate, even to the extent of killing that person. There is a right. There is a right. And you will be protected by the law. There is a right.
My suggestion is pretty simple, that I feel the police department should be educated. In the sense, they should be sensitized, because honestly, I've had a personal experience where I was groped on MG Road and it was broad daylight. And when I approached the police, and I'm from Kerala and I do not know Kannada. It's just been a month over here. I approached a police officer and he settled the matter for 100 rupees. Either you increase their salary or just sensitize them in a way that they actually approach. I reciprocated.
I am at loss to understand how an incident of groping can be settled for 100 rupees, whether you received 100 rupees or who received. I mean, it's beyond my comprehension. I can understand a traffic violation being tried to be settled.
Excuse me, sir, I have a question.
So I was basically cornered by 4 guys and one of them had groped me, and I started running actually in the opposite direction, and it was pretty crowded. I went and I approached the police officer. He spoke to me in Kannada. I did not know. I reciprocated in Hindi. And he said he'd go and talk to them and make the situation better. I trusted him. And he went and spoke to him, and apparently they settled it for 100 rupees. They exchanged few notes. And when I said, he said...
Did you see the 100 rupees?
Yeah, they handed, I think, 100 rupee or 200. It is basically 100 rupee notes. And I was actually in shock. Yeah. I was in real shock because I didn't expect Bangalore. I mean, it's pretty... Okay, you can. But
so, how do you react to that situation?
I don't have to react to it. I mean...
So how can I reciprocate? You asked.
Okay, let him answer.
But see,
sorry.
I don't know how you call it settlement, because if you have been groped, please walk on to the police station, give a complaint, or walk.
When the lower authorities cannot.
I mean, I can't understand how it got settled between you and them. It didn't get settled. Basically.
I'm new to the city. It's just 1 month.
To the nearest police person who let the
it did not get
accused
settled down. Her redress, her grievance did not get redressed.
But they have closed
and therefore,
it's not yet settled down. It's not settled down.
Yes, I'm a person.
The weight is handled. The weight is handled.
So do you have? Would you have that police person's details? Just say yes or no. You don't.
I don't.
Okay. So a question. So if she were to pass on the details to you about an incident like this, what would be the next course of action?
The first course of action would be immediate suspension.
Super.
Do I need to say more? But you need to come and you need to report. Now I take your word.
I'm saying you don't have the. I'm saying obviously they would look into the case, Baba. I'm first trying to understand what would they do.
Did we just lady, just a minute. Did we not say in the beginning that all is not well everywhere, and there are instances where things don't go the way they should be going? Now one has to report. Even one has to report against the police.
All right, I have to thank Mount Carmel College for being very kind, allowing us the time and the space. I want to thank Mr. Gundurao and Mr. Sood for giving us time. Danish, and of course, thank you so much for coming in here. And you've been a fantastic audience. I promise you that we will not stop talking about this. We will continue. We will come back. We will talk about it every so often if the government is willing to have these conversations. My appeal to everyone here is to download the Suraksha app. Tell your friends about it. Insist that everyone, boy or girl, uncle or auntie, everybody has the Suraksha app on their phones, and they try it, they test it, and complain if you don't get the reaction that you need. I have to wrap up this conversation. Thank you so much for your time. You've been a fantastic audience. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.